It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
To the left side, he gets this one to Ibuka. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You talk about this Falcon defense. They've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And, hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Again, it's Ward. This is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Ready? Hot 70, hot 70. 19, target.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. To throw, here's Ward. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Oh, good move. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Drew Sanders. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Play fake. Here's Ward. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
White. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. That really sets him back, a loss of 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Ready! Ready!
Throwing now, Ward. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Throwing is Ward. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Now they've gone interception, now fumble. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Get it, Warriors, 70 Timberwolves.
To throw is Ward. This is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
On one, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Gun.
They come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
11.
Burrow will throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
180. 12. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken in at the 11. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up, because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season, or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well?
And he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. Then you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready? 18 check, Bobcats, check, Bobcats.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Ward. He's going to air one out. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
60 Bison.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Okay, great.
3-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
Ward now working out of the gun. And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 29 yards. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within the division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Can. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Here we go. Stop.
Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Big play that time for Tampa Bay. 48 yards.
Well, he booked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9.
Come on.
Quickly into the hands of Neighbors off the RPO. So no gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ward. has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Watts. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
On point, ready?
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and 10. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back out to his 20. From the 20, here's second down at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
They go play action with Burrow. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Third down and 1. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down.
And they'll run it here. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Play action. It's Burrow. A complete to Drake London. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
On first and 10, here's Irvin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 6.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Bates' kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's Ward. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Again, he'll drop the throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They'll send the tight end in motion. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
19-18.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get forward for a couple before he is banged down hard at the end.
Brings up second and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Well, in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bucs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the east side on a Friday night, met a bunch of people to the Golden Glide. The lows and highs, me and all the roads in a stolen ride like.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Gun. Dot.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Falcons
11.
first down.
Dot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Ready.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 14 yards there.